Hello, everyone. We are back again, okay, with the last two lessons on this TLS series, okay? So, really happy that you guys are here. Hi, Elise. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Welcome again to Tenepy Live Sharing. And of course, if you have any questions, type them in the chat. I'd love to talk to you guys. All right, so let's get back to a story. We'll get right into it. I've noticed not a couple of students handing in their homework, but you know what? That's fine. Okay, we'll take it nice and slow, and we will do it on the spot. All right, so we're on lesson 5 of amnesia, which means that next lesson will be the last lesson from me, but another teacher is going to come along with some grammar tips that you guys will definitely appreciate. So do stay tuned for that. So to repeat what I just said, next week will be your last lesson with me, and then another teacher will come along to help you guys with some paper 2 stuff. Who is the teacher? It's a surprise. We do like to surprise you. Okay, so please come along. All right. So we're on lesson 5 of amnesia. I have switched to PDF just so we can write stuff down and you guys can screenshot if you so feel the need to. All right, so we've already talked about this general overview of why we're doing the course. What we're trying to learn is how to write well. So if you've ever heard, don't write, said, or went, you're not showing a wide vocabulary. Keep repeating the same words or your writing lacks details. Sometimes this can be changed up a little bit where something as easy as varying the verbs or the action words that you guys use. Okay, so this entire course has been about that. Let's pick out some exact verbs. Okay, so there's some of that. And then what counts as good writing, it doesn't have to be cheem or use a lot of very interesting vocabulary. Some of the words that some students use might be overly complex, complicated, or misapplied. Okay, so you're not being forced to use bombastic words or anything like that. Okay, doesn't have to be a long story, but it has to be the last 3 of these things. It has to be clear, it has to be logical, and it has to be interesting. Okay, so that's what counts as a good piece of writing. It doesn't have to be a very long story though. Okay, so where are we now in this story? We've already cleared level 4. How could you link actions and the emotions? Okay, how actions affect your emotions or how emotions affect your actions. Let's say I'm very bored, okay? And if you didn't know this about Teacher Tatum, I have a lot of siblings. Okay, let's say I'm feeling very bored. Emotion is that I'm bored. I feel like I need to entertain myself. I might then disturb my siblings, right? I don't know about you guys or what sort of pranks you play at home. But for example, if my sisters are taking a nap, what I like to do is that they snore a lot. So I'll just grab a can of whipped cream and like just sort of like pour whipped cream into their faces until they wake up from all of that overly sweet taste. They're like, what is happening to me in the middle of my dreams? Okay. And then as a result, when they wake up after this action, sometimes there's a reaction. If I did something terrible, okay, if I performed an action of disturbing my siblings and irritating them, they might have a reaction, I might have a reaction. Okay, so obviously they're going to be a little bit angry because I wake them up from their nap. On my end, if I am being particularly cruel that day, I might laugh. It's funny to me. Okay, so my action prompts another emotion. Okay, so we have different ways of sandwich your actions between the emotions that you have. Okay, my school teacher said that said is dead, says Aframi. Yeah. Well, it can be useful if you just need to get the point across, but of course we're here for scoring those grammar points. Those vocabulary points. All right, what we're gonna do today is lesson 5, which is what now? We're trying to tie up all the actions, the steps, and the loose ends. Lesson 6 will be a summary of what we've learned just to solidify your understanding. And of course, if you have if you have very important questions, you may raise them in question 6 as well. Okay, so we're going to do a revision on this, what happened in the story, what we learned in the story, and of course, trying to expand it. Hopefully, you guys still remember all the things we taught you. Okay, let's do a little bit of revision. Sometimes actions are motivated. What is wrong with me today? Motivated by the way that we feel, okay? So the way that you feel causes you to do certain things. Let's say that, I don't know, let's say that Kaisin won an award and she's feeling very happy, super duper happy, right? What do you guys think Kaisin will do? I'm going to activate the chat. Come give me some suggestions. Kaisen's feeling very happy because she won Most Improved Student Award, for example. Jump for joy, says Elise. Yes. Okay, so yeah, actions are motivated by the way that we feel. Jump up and down with joy, yes. Is there anything else? She might clap her hands. Yes! Applause for myself. I became most improved student. Haha. What else? Jieru, Hongjie, any ideas? Muching? Maya? Yuetia? If you're feeling happy, if you're happy and you know it, what will you do? Scream at the top of your lungs, says Elise. Oh, that's a good one. Yes! I did it! We are the champions, my friend. Okay, possibly. And then, of course, after doing all of these, maybe she feels like she wants to celebrate with people. Okay, yeah, that's possible as well. Punch the air with joy. Yes, all this fist pump action going. Yeah, okay, yeah, good examples, everybody. So I'm going to show you guys the video right about now. I want you guys to have a nice little think. Okay, everybody will look at this video. It's about these two characters. The guy in red is actually the emperor of the kingdom, but because someone else wants to be the emperor of the kingdom, okay, or the empress in this case, the villain is a lady. What? Okay, so the lady is a witch who turns him into a llama. A llama, if you guys didn't know, is a very cute animal that sort of looks like a camel. Okay, now when the prince or the emperor rather was a person, he was a very cruel person, and he threatened to take this guy's farm and build a palace over it because he was selfish. All right, so once he's turned into a llama, they can only rely on each other, okay, by some twist of fate. They can only rely on each other to overcome their difficulties. I'm going to show you guys a video of them struggling to get back home, of course, because home has its own twists and turns. And they were trying to cross the bridge, and of course, they fell in the middle. Okay, they fell in the middle, and then we see some crocodiles here. Let's watch this. I want you guys to think of what they did. What did they do to escape the situation? But I also want you to sandwich the actions between two emotions, all right? How did they feel before they took their actions? How did they feel after they took their emotion? You have to think about it, all right? So let's play this together. Oh, you guys don't have the sound. Let me know if this is lagging for you as well, all right?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna die? We're gonna die. That's it for me.
No, we're not. Calm down. I have an idea. Give me your arm. Okay, now the other one. When I say go, push against my back and we'll walk up the hill. Ready? Go.
Ow! You did that on purpose. Ah!
No, I didn't. Now we're gonna have to work together to get out of this, so follow my lead. Ready? Right foot.
Who's right? You're right or mine?
I don't care. Mine.
Well, why yours?
Okay, you're right. Ready?
Okay, got it.
Okay. Right. Left. Right.
Look, we're moving.
Don't move down. Now stay with me. Stay with me. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right.
Now, what? Genius.
Working on it. Okay. Here's the deal. Stretch out your neck, and I'll grab the rope.
How do I know you won't let me fall after you grab the rope?
You're just gonna have to trust me.
You know, it's a good thing you're not a big fat guy, or this would be really difficult.
Almost. It's stuck.
Take your time. No hurry here.
Okay. Who wants to answer the questions then? All right, we'll start with the easiest questions. What did the characters do? What were their exact actions to come out of that steep ravine? Anybody knows? All right, I see Kaisen's hand shoot up straight away. Kaisen, what were some exact actions that you remember?
Um, the man asked the llama to like he want to grab the llama's hand so that they can move when the man says right left so that they can make it up.
Ah, okay, so you've got a lot of exact actions up here. I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger so everyone can see. So they would link arms like that, okay? So they hold on to each other's arms, okay? Then they have to talk to each other, otherwise they don't know when to move, okay? So counting the steps together, and then they walked up slowly. Well done. Kaizen, anything else that they did?
Then at the end, the man asked the llama to stretch his neck so that he can grab the rope.
Yeah, okay. Stretched the emperor's neck to grab the rope. Well done. Anything else?
And then when he grabbed the rope, like some tiny creatures, like tickled the emperor's neck, and then like somehow the emperor lost balance and his head got stuck in a hole.
Yeah, some scorpions fell. The emperor's head got stuck. Emperor's head got stuck. And then?
And then more scorpions fell. Like now the scorpion fell onto the man's like clothes, and he like it was very itchy, so he gave a big sneeze. Then the bat in the cave was waken up, and then it flew straight to the emperor. And then then they were trying to like avoid the bat, so like miraculously they got up the hill.
Yeah, okay. So the bats made the emperor run, and then he sort of had enough momentum to run up the other side of the ravine. Yeah, made the emperor ran. The emperor ran up the side of the ravine. Well done. All right. Anything else, Kaisin? No?
No.
Well done. Bye.
Bye.
I like how Kaisin had used a lot of different exact words and exact actions to explain it. In our lesson 3, we mentioned that we can't just use simple ways of doing it. We have to slow the scene down. So we have steps, all of the steps here, linking arms, counting, walk, stretch. Okay, not just they got out of the ravine together. Okay, we have a lot of actions here. Now, how did the characters feel before all of these? How come they decided to link arms? They decided to listen to what the farmer had to say. Does anybody remember what exactly happened? Akil's hands shot right up. I like that. Akil, come and tell us how they felt. What made them decide to cooperate?
They felt scared because if they made an accidental movement, they might fall into the creek where there were hungry crocodiles awaiting to eat them. So they felt like really scared.
Yeah, cooperate. They had to cooperate or they would die. Cooperate or die kind of situation. How do you know they felt scared?
Their legs were shaking and their expressions also showed that they felt scared.
Yeah, something with their face. Could you describe their face for people who can't see the video?
Their eyes were scrunched.
Yes. Okay, so their eyes were scrunched in fear. Oh no. Okay, well done, Akil. I like those, and these are exact details to help readers imagine as well. Bye, Akil. All right, I have one more question. How did the characters feel after they ran up the side of the ravine and they were safe? The bats flew, the emperor ran up the side of the ravine. We're okay now. How did they feel after? Aprameya's hand shot right up. I like the initiative we have here. Aprameya, come and tell me.
They felt very happy and thankful for trusting each other.
Happy and thankful. How do you know that? Exact details for me?
They were smiling at each other, and I feel like they also clapped, like high five each other.
Yeah, they high-fived each other like, yeah.
And then they were thankful because they were like smiling at each other as they gave a shrug.
Yeah, smiling at each other thankfully. Shrugging thankfully. Yeah, and they're like, "Ah, we got it. Yeah, we did it. Thank you very much. Really well detailed for the rest of the class. Bye, Apramea.
Bye.
Okie dokie. So that's our recap. All right, everybody, we understand it so far. And some of us didn't do the homework, but I'm glad that you were able to explain this to me. Okay, so we have that. And what happens if we just end the story there? And then it ended. Thus, the prince who had turned into a llama and the peasant were able to escape the deadly ravine. They were not eaten by crocodiles. They did not fall off the cliffs to their deaths. Sorry, it should be OFF. Off the cliffs to their death, and everything was fine. If we end the story here, how many of you would be very satisfied? How many of you would be very satisfied? We're not going to play 1 to 5 stars, but how many of you would be satisfied? Raise your hands. We'll see. Not a very strong response. Let's lower all of our hands again. How many of you would be very unsatisfied if the story just ends here? Let's see who doesn't like this ending. Apramea, Kaisin, Hongjie, Akil, Jieru. Okay, so these students who have your hands raised, I've already called Apramea, Kaisin, Akil. Can I have Hongjie and one other student, I think it's Jieru, explain to me why you don't like it? Hongjie, want to explain why you don't like this ending?
Because it's too short.
Too short. Yeah, how come? How
It's,
come it needs to be longer? There's questions you have in your mind.
it will be better for the readers to read more, and it will have more details.
Details about what? What do you think they would be wanting to know?
Uh,
Well, we know the prince is a llama. The prince had turned into some sort of weird camel creature. Is there anything your reader is keen to find out about?
no.
So we should just leave the prince as a llama forever and ever, Hongtia?
Oh, no.
Ah, so what do you think will help the reader to feel satisfied?
Help, like, make a, like, say that they try to make the prince back into, turn back into human.
Yeah, I like that very much. Thank you so much, Hongjie. This is something that people don't know, right? Did he stay a llama forever? Did he turn into human? We don't know that. Bye, Hongjie. Okay, so as Hongjie says, we still have questions in our mind. This ending is not good enough. Jeru, are there other questions or things not talked about in the ending?
They actually did not add more sentences inside. So they did not. It's better if the writer actually add some emotions.
Yeah, can you tell me how else they felt? They can't just live happily ever after, and what sort of other emotions do they need, Jeru, besides being happy that they didn't die?
They also felt relief. And then
Yeah.
for actions, they can mention that they heave a sigh of relief as they look at each other.
Yeah, good, because it was a scary incident. They need to reflect more on the incident. All right, thank you very much. Bye, Jeru.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm gonna apologize in advance. We might end a little bit later than usual, okay? But I hope you don't mind it. If you guys need to leave, that's fine. All right, the recording will be in your accounts. Okie dokie, so there's that. I'm gonna bribe you guys with this ending. You want to think about it. What is satisfying about this ending? And of course, if you join a Telegram group, I will send you guys this video in advance. All right. Now, let's think about why it's very important to end well. Let's see. Oh no, are we missing a slide? We are missing a slide. Yes, okay, so we are missing a slide, the one in which we want to explain a couple of things. All right. We don't know if the prince makes it back to the palace or not. Okay, the prince, we don't know if he turns back into a human. Are there other things that are missing? Yes, we don't know if the farmer and the prince ever make friends, or the prince and the emperor and the farmer ever make friends. The blue guy, does green guy and red guy make friends? I don't know. And remember, the emperor used to be very selfish and wanted to destroy this guy's farm. Is he still gonna do that? Right? So all of these questions left unanswered. The important thing is to start thinking like your reader. If I showed people this story, will they be satisfied at the end? You must start to think about that. Okay, so you want to wrap up all of the loose ends, and we're going to talk about that today. Okay, in our last episode, John Doe was in the hospital because his F1 car was sabotaged. We found out that the manager was responsible and sabotaged John Doe's car so that he can earn money from all the people who thought that John Doe would win. All right, because you put the money in and you lose money if you get your guess wrong, correct? Okay, so if we just end it like that, is it good enough? The end. Upper man, it's okay if you didn't get the chance to speak this time. Don't worry, there are opportunities next time. Can you guess the complaints your readers will have if we just end the story like, yeah, John Doe's manager sabotaged his car? The end. No, says Upper man, furious. Okay, I'm gonna lower all the hands right now. Who's got a question about the ending? Raise your hand. Some stuff left unanswered, you don't like it. We have Aprame and Akil, and Kaisin. Okay, so the three of you again. Okay, so we'll go through you one by one, and then of course, if there's not enough time, we will save some of you for the next round. Okay, Apramea and Kaisin first, and then Akil, you can go for the other one. Yes.
The ending would be so plain, so there's like no twist, and I feel like no reader would enjoy it because for example, we are an examiner like marking so many compost scripts, and then we like see the same ending. There's not gonna be any difference.
Okay, so it's a boring ending in the first place. Does that mean that all books that don't end with a twist are boring?
No, but specifically for this story.
A twist is preferred. Isn't the fact that the manager is the culprit sort of a twist?
It is a twist, but then I feel like the ending could be a twist. Like instead of him going to jail, blah 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 blah, it can be something like maybe John Doe like punishes him on his own, like because he gets permission.
Yeah, all right. So Apramea, oh, your microphone cut you off halfway. But yeah, Apramea is saying that can we explain how John Doe dealt with the situation? All right, bye Apramea.
Bye.
Okay, so how did John Doe react to the news? Not really spelled out for us. Kaisin, you want to go for this question as well? Are there other things not mentioned here?
I wanted to say like the reader will be confused on like what will happen next.
Yeah, what do you think they would want to know about?
What happened to John Doe in the end? What happened to the manager?
Yeah, what happened to John Doe? Like, what sort of things would they want to know about John Doe?
Did he recover well?
Yeah, did he get his memories back? Did he recover well? Did he come out of hospital? Very interesting idea, Kaisin. And then what happened to the manager? What would they need to know about the manager?
Like what punishment did he get?
Yeah, or did he escape? We don't know that. Thank you very much, Kaisin. I like your ideas. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Kaisin here thinking from the point of view of the reader. It's very important to sympathize with the reader. And everyone in this class, when you write your story, you think and you care about the reader and making them feel comfortable. So if you leave any loose ends like these, they will not be satisfied. So you must think about what are the things my reader will want to know about the ending and solve those. This is our lesson for today. Okay, so the public outcry is furious if you ever give them a book about John Doe and you end it this way. That's it. How come the manager doesn't get punished? Worst conclusion, does John Doe get back to racing in the end? Does he continue to race? Does he quit racing? Does his mother cane him for being careless? I don't know. Does he get his memories back? It's not very good. Okay, think like the reader. What would they want to know? Then give them what they want to hear. Okay, so where we last left off, we found the manager in the car park trying to take his money, sweet, sweet money, and Mr. Manager cackles sinisterly, going, got away with my crime. And then what happens? You can't end it like that, right? What do you think should happen to Mr. Manager? I'm going to activate the chat. You guys can talk in the chat, or you can raise your hand and ask me. Akil, we didn't get to you last time, so you can go first, Akil. And I might call Elise as well if you have your microphone with you.
Probably to make the story exciting, you can say that the manager tried to escape, so the police were not able to like jail him because at the last moment before they went to his room, they found that it was empty. So then after a month, they found him inside ambiguous building, which they like a rundown building, which they usually don't visit. So they arrested him then and sent him to jail.
Yeah, and it was difficult. And then they caught him after some months, and then he went to jail. Thank you very much. So these are all the actions that need to happen in order for Akil to be satisfied. Thank you very much, Akil. Bye. Okay, so Elise, you could give me different actions as well. Do you have different actions, or you might even decide to agree with Akil and you can add your own? Elise, go ahead.
The manager tried to escape, but then the police saw him running away.
So you're saying they should chase him right then and there.
Yeah.
Okay, so before he tries to escape, let's make the police chase after him. The police revealed themselves. They came out from their hiding place and chased him down. Yeah, well done. So we have a nice chase scene. And then what happens? Other actions that need to happen?
The police managed to arrest him.
Yeah, okay, police. How did they manage to arrest him? Should we have a step in between?
He fell.
Did they have to tackle him? Did they have to shoot him? Oh, he fell. I like that. So the manager is not an athletic guy. Maybe the manager tripped and fell while running. Ha 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 ha. And so they pinned him down and arrest him?
Yeah.
Yeah, police pinned him down on his back. Maybe they sat on his back. Don't move. You're arrested. Wow, Elise, I like that. It's very vivid. I like all of these different verbs as well. Bye.
Bye.
Right. Aprame has different answers. Aprame is saying he should apologize to John Doe after that. He could do that. Or maybe he fought tooth and nail. So it depends for you guys on what sort of ending you'd like. You want a heartwarming ending in which the manager asks for forgiveness, or do you want an exciting, dynamic ending in which they fight tooth and nail? Mr. Manager scratches the police guys. No, don't catch me. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Heartwarming is nice, and so is excitement. It's up to you. So what did the police do? Probably the police had to arrest him. I'm going to help you with this because some of you already had your ideas. You probably also, you mentioned a lot of things before this in the previous slide. So the police arrested him. Silly me. The police arrested him. They might have to read him his rights. The police read him his rights. You have the right to remain silent. They took him to the police car. They took him in, or they dragged him in. I like that more. Maybe Mr. Manager doesn't want to go with them. They dragged him into the police car. Okay. They took him to the police, what do you call that? The police station. Yes. They took him to the police station. They got his confession. Okay, probably don't write like this with all the same sentence starters. Okay, but we're focusing more on the actions. This is just us planning all the actions. Okay, but more importantly, this was the homework that nobody submitted to me. I'm quite disappointed. If you join the Telegram group, please try and give me your answers so that we can share and talk about it in class. Okay, so then the police have to go to John Doe's room and explain to him what happened, okay? What happens before John Doe finds out the news? What happens after John Doe finds out the news, okay? So if the police barged into the hospital ward to report, right? When they come in and they have their serious faces, John Doe felt, how did John Doe feel? like he was in love with the policeman and he was happy to see them. I'm going to give you ridiculous answers until you give me an interesting one. Aprameya says nervous or eager. Yeah, I like that. Maybe he's nervous. Oh, why are the police here? Are they going to tell me that something bad has happened? Maybe the person who hurt me is still at large. They didn't catch him. Or he could be eager. John Doe could be super duper eager to find out, hey, who was it in the end? All right, who was it in the end? We don't know. Upon hearing the news, how did John feel? Okay, your beloved Mr. Manager, who was taking care of you since you were a rookie racer, he betrayed you. Okay, everybody, think like this person, all right? Didn't know that Mr. Manager was being sus. Okay, so I haven't heard from Edric, and I haven't heard from, let's see, I haven't heard from Jeru. Oh, wait, I have heard from Jeru. I heard from Maya. So does any one of you want to come to the microphone? Let's see if I can knock and bother some of you. Edric, Maya? Hello? Maybe your microphones are not working. What about Mooching? Mooching, is your microphone working? Do you want to try? If not you, then I might call Hongjie. Mooching? No? Okay. That's okay. It's fine if you guys are shy right now. But of course, you get the most out of my class by participating. Hongjie? How did John Doe feel after he heard his manager?
When he heard the news, he felt very angry.
Okay, so he felt very angry. Can you give me some details to show me that he's angry?
Cause he knew that Mr. Manager will always take money.
Yeah, okay, so angry because he thought Mr. Manager would always take care of him. All right, so he felt really, really upset that he didn't. Okay, so on hearing the news, what would Mr. John Doe do to show that he's super angry? What do you do when you're angry?
Punish him.
Punish him? How? But he's in the police station right now.
Tell the police to lock him for many years.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I can't seem to move this. Thank you very much, Hongjie. I like that idea very much. Okay, so upon hearing the news, John Doe demanded that the police lock Mr. Manager up for how many years, Hongjie? Many, many years?
For maybe 20 years?
Yeah, for at least 20 years. All right.
Not 1,000.
Or 1,000 years. Oh, I like that. When you're really, really mad, you exaggerate, right, Hongjie?
No, don't 1,000. You will pass away.
He might. Okay, for as long as he lived. Stay in jail forever until you die. Oh, he must be really angry, isn't it, Hongjie? I like that idea. Bye, Hongjie. Hongjie's still trying to be logical about the sentence. Okay, yeah. For as long as he lived, be in jail forever until you die. Man. Sometimes when you're upset, you are going to give people the worst possible thing that could happen, right? That happens sometimes. All right, now your homework is, after reacting, what does John do next? Okay, what does John do next? It can't just be that he was furious and he was in hospital bed forever. You want to think like the reader. What does the reader want to know about what John does next? Does he heal up? Does he also become so angry that he has a second heart attack and something like that? I want to know. Okay, remember, make your ending as satisfying as possible. Show me how he moves on from the problem. Okay, so there shouldn't be any problems left in the end. So 1, 2, 3, at least 3 ideas. Just kind of like how we did this. What did the police do? What happened to the manager? I want you guys to tell me what happened to John Doe. That's your homework. All right, and in summary, try and explore the ways the actions will bring down the problem, okay? We're talking about how we bring down the problem to satisfy the reader. Because if the reader is unhappy with your ending, you've not written something that they'd like anymore, okay? I have a question, says Apramya. Okay, so students, you may stay back for the questions, but I have some last announcements as well. Okay, so please do stay for a little bit longer and then I'll answer your questions. Okay, so welcome again. Please test your knowledge, join the Telegram group if it's your thing, okay? Try it. You can say bye to your friends as well before you leave. Okay, test your knowledge. You can, of course, contact me this way. I do respond and I like to give you stickers if you try the activities. And of course, next week is our last class together. And then you have a new teacher coming over with some very interesting new strategies. Do you guys want to win the game? We need to have clever big brain strat. Okay, Tenape online programs that we have English, math, and science. If you want to join our regular programs, they're pretty cool. And you can have one-to-one time with me as well. If you do join my classes or one-to-one with any teacher that you have, okay? Upcoming holiday workshops, please sign up for that. If you're in P5 right now, we have skills in answering techniques, but we're gonna focus a little bit more on media. It's very important that everybody's able to understand media. Media are things like a newspaper, radio, pamphlets, brochures, posters, all of these things you must be able to read carefully for your oral, for your situational writing, and for your visual comprehension. But it's also an important thing to do in real life. How do I recognize fake news? I don't know. How do I know that people are trying to advertise to me and try and make me buy things that I may or may not want? Okay, media, super important for you guys to know. Some of you are in P3. If you're in P3, we have a different thing for you as well. P3 and P4, different stuff for you. They might be more interactive and you might like that very much. Now, if you're new to Tenape, we have some November trials as well. So please scan this QR code to see what it might be like to join a class. No homework for these trials, okay? But of course, our homework system is about as easy as well. Do you type on Telegram and speak in Zoom at the same time, says Apramir? No, I don't. But yeah, okay. Other questions? I'm going to stay for the students who have questions. And of course, I will post this on our Telegram chat. Those of you who want to try it at home without joining the Telegram chat, of course, take a screenshot and try this out. Who has questions for me? Questions? Stay behind. Raise your hand. Questions time. Apramir, I think you had a question for me. Did you have a question? Nope. Okay. Well, if that's all, thank you for attending. Atticus, Jeru, Maya, Apramea. I didn't get to talk to all of you, but next week we still have one more class. All right. I'm so excited next week. Bye.